How did your dad react to you coming out?
Well, context is I first came out at 19 to, as I've mentioned before, my best friend at the time, ex-girlfriend from high school, came out to her at 19, and I went on a coming out spree between the age of 19 and 20, just one right after the other, just kind of felt like a house of dominoes, except for my dad.
Mm.
He was the one and only holdout. And, my siblings and even my stepmom, his wife, had said, do you want me to tell your dad? And I was like, no, I should. I felt like I should
Mhm.
be the one to tell him, but I didn't, despite my best efforts. Okay, this is the time. This is the time. I'm going to do it this time. And it was stuck here in my throat. It just couldn't come out for years, for about 3 years, I'm going to say. So yeah, it wasn't until I was 22 or 23 maybe that
Mm.
I finally came out to him, and he handled it very well, very very well. And I was actually quite surprised.
Mm.
Similar to what Reno had said, it was a fear. The reason I he was the last was it was just of a fear of his reaction. I didn't know. I really didn't. But when he was we were talking about it. He's like, okay, well, does your mother know? I was like, yeah. Does your sister know? I was like, yeah. Does Felina know? His wife, my stepmom? I'm like, yeah. And then that look of pure, like, that's when the disappointment kicked in.
No.
Not that I was gay. He didn't care about that. He was disappointed that he was the last to know. And it was realizing that I had kept a secret from him, that I had kept a secret from him, and that the rest of the family, I think, had kept a secret from him was I could see it in his eyes. It's devastating. And I think what happened for him is it really revealed the extent of our emotional closeness or lack thereof, that I was comfortable and safe to tell everyone else. And it kind of showed him, I think, where I stood with him or where he stood with me in like this hierarchy of, I guess, family dynamics. And that for him was very disappointing. He read it as I didn't feel like he was safe enough to tell this to, but everyone else apparently was.
Yeah.
And when I didn't feel safe to tell him the truth, that was what hurt him. His response effectively was to me, well, what did I ever do to make you feel like you couldn't tell me? Like, where did I go wrong? Was I a bad father? All these things. And it really called into question our bond in his eyes. Right. And I think that's what really disappointed him. It wasn't anger. It wasn't disappointment about being gay. He really could care less. He just felt that we were closer and that maybe he deserved more in terms of when he found out.